Welcome everyone to Sysco Canada's Virtual Kitchen. This is one of my favorite shows that are out there, TikTok versus food service with the legend, Richard White. Welcome, Richard. What are we doing today, brother?
Hey man, welcome. Food service versus TikTok, or as we're now calling it, TikTok versus food service. I think we swapped those around somewhere along the lines around here. I don't know how this happened. But anyways, I'm your host, Richard White, and today is all about the potato. You're darn right. I found a couple really cool TikTok videos that make fun potatoes. Not even French fries, but they could be French fries. I don't know. We're about to find out. So anyways, roll the promo, Jay, and we'll start the show.
Alrighty. Awesome. Welcome back, everyone. Richard, it's your kitchen. Let's see what you do.
Hey, thank you. Hey, you know what? I'm going it alone today. This is our first episode, although it's our fourth episode. It's our first episode with just me, Richard White from Leicester's. It's just a new format. It's just the way we're going to go forward.
I'm still here, though, Richard. I'm still here.
Well, yeah, Jay's still in the production booth.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here.
Research, the technical support.
I'm still gonna make fun of you.
Advertising, promotion. Could you get into catering though? I could really use a lunch right now.
Yeah, thanks. I'll cater. We'll do a little catering later.
Okay. Hey, so I've watched a lot of TikTok shows, man. I've so many clips. I'm probably watched more TikTok than my kids. And it's all fun stuff. It's good stuff, but some of it's really fake. And you know what? The world of food service and food shows and all that is really deceptive. When we started the show, I thought I was going to get to play with lamb shanks and foie gras and Duchesse potatoes and all these fun things. And then you realize that, that's not what really happens in restaurants. And that's not really what people eat on a day-to-day basis. You know what else is fake? Well, all those beef Wellington videos I see with Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay's a vegan, people. Like, come on. I'm telling you, it's all fake. But today we're gonna tackle some real videos. So the first video that we're going to show you in a minute here is a potato video. So like I said, we're gonna talk potatoes today. We're going to talk like side dish potatoes, I guess is the way to put this. So the first one I came across was a really fun potato. It's a combination of potatoes and knife skills. Really putting me to the test on knife skills. I haven't worked in an actual restaurant kitchen in years. So we're going to try some delicate knife skills here and see if we can turn this into something that you could serve in your restaurant. So Jay.
Richard, do you have the Band-Aids ready?
You know what? I should probably get a medic. We have a medic on staff? I don't know.
Stuff some potatoes and then cut them into cuboids. Cut into 1 centimeter thick slices, then cut horizontally, flip, and then cut diagonally. And how cool does this look? Boil for 4 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the seasoning using these ingredients. Give it a little whisk and coat your potatoes. Sprinkle on some parmesan halfway through, and when done, you should be left with these crispy, fluffy on the inside potatoes.
I love that video. I can watch that video over and over and over again.
I like the voice.
I know, eh? It's very British.
Very British.
Yes. And great knife skills there. I have to admit, when I first saw this video, I was in love with the accordion potato. And I was like, oh, I'm going to try that.
I don't know if you can do it. I'm not sure you can pull this off, Richard.
Just so you know,
I don't know. I don't know, man.
One of my first jobs was making French fries for Swiss Chalet. I know how to peel a potato.
Back in the day.
So I'm not going to peel the potato because I'm really trying to cut down on food waste here. So I'm just going to do this straight up. one of the things you notice in the video is she cuts off the ends, like she squares up the potato. You can see my board, right?
Yeah.
She squares up the potato, which is great. And then she makes those little chips out of it. But we've already lost, 15% of that potato. Now, a lot of restaurants can throw that into something else, but at the end of the day, I'm already at the point where I'm not too sure. So
now we don't want to have waste in a restaurant, right? Either, right? It's so important.
2% waste, everybody. 2% waste. Say it with me. 2% waste. You want to be profitable. So I tried all sorts of things. She had, if you look at the video, she had chopsticks.
Crispy, spicy, garlicky potato.
We'll mute it.
Yeah, mute it.
She's got a good voice.
Yeah, she peels hers. But she uses a set of chopsticks. Now, I tried some flattened chopsticks here to try this with.
Yeah,
but they're too thick to actually create that accordion. So I tried bamboo skewers, also too thick to create the actual accordion. So when
these look good though. These look good though, Richard.
They do. They look amazing. I'm telling you, this video really intrigued me. So I came up with these. These are the handles or stems or whatever of bamboo, whatever forks. Like,
okay, yeah.
So I cracked the fork end off, and I got this. So they're really nice and thin. So what we'll do here is I'll pull them off. She says 1 centimeter. That's her thing, but those look thicker than a centimeter.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So I'm just going to pull off some here. And we'll see how already difficult this is. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man.
It's
called a mandolin, right?
Well, yeah, I guess you could use a mandolin. You'd have to do something, but like even this part, as fun as it is,
this will be our first 4-hour TikTok show today.
Yes. Yes, everybody, please grab yourself a wonderful cup of Earl Grey. We're going to be here for a while. So I did this, and then I laid down these things sideways like she does, and then I kind of pinky on one, thumb on the other, roll your fingers to do your thing, or else they kind of fly around. So it just kind of.
So how thick are you making those cuts?
Oh my God, like millimeters. There's like 50 of them. So that's one side, you flip it over. Now then, she had chopsticks, which were a lot longer. So I'm gonna use this and kind of stick one way out here. And now we're kind of like, we're kind of working hard here just to make one potato chip, okay? And then we're gonna go on a bias the other way. And we're gonna get as many of these done as we can.
Like Richard, I don't know if these would take forever with my kids. Look at that! Look at that! You seriously just did that?
I figured out. Trust me, I went through a few potatoes to get this right.
Richard was practicing for the last 2 weeks.
I was practicing for a while. A really good sharp knife. I had to go through all of the knives in my drawer and try to find the flattest edge. I had a cleaver out for a while. I did it with a chef's knife, my first one, but it didn't cut. You didn't get that beautiful accordion every time. So, like I said, this took a little while to get this right. It's not as easy as she makes it look in that video. She's obviously far more talented than Richard. So you go through that, and that's what you get, and that's beautiful. Now, in a perfect world, I would love to skewer that and like
yeah.
But
don't they do those at like circuses and stuff?
Yeah, they take the potato and they spiral it down on the thing and they deep fry it and they cover it. I love that.
But I've seen those in restaurants though, and they're pretty cool.
So I was really impressed with myself that I actually got this far.
I know, so I'm impressed.
The next step in the video is she boils that for 4 minutes. Now, off camera, I boiled them for 4 minutes, and I lost half of them in the process.
No.
Yeah, they're so delicate that when you're pulling them out, like anything you're trying to manipulate them with when they're soft and they're boiled like that, you lose them. And I only boiled for 3 minutes because I felt like mine were a little thinner. So I cut off some of that boiling time, and there was nothing I could do to stop 50% waste. I lost half of them. So after cursing and swearing, the dog was hiding in the corner.
I'm feeling this might be a tank of an idea for a restaurant.
You know what? I really had high.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm going to say it.
So I boiled them, and then I did it exactly as she did. And
do you have an N one? Do you have an N one? What it looks like?
Oh yeah. So what I actually did was to make it even remotely feasible. I skipped the boiling process. And with potatoes, if you want to make potatoes great, like fries great, the best thing you need to do, the first thing you need to do is get rid of all that starch, right? You got to wash it off. So I cut them and I soaked them in a bowl of ice cold water for at least 30 minutes. A couple of hours would be like really optimal on that to get that starch out. And then of course I just tossed them in a little bit of oil and then I fried them. And this is what they look like. Now, I have to admit, I did it both ways. Like I said, I did them I boiled them and I did them this way. They both come out nice and fluffy. But they lose their accordion. Like they don't really, they're not really great. They kind of break apart. They just really lackluster at the end of the day. Hers looked amazing, but I guess that's a lot of food styling and a lot of like stuff that you can't really do in a restaurant. I kind of did this with things you could do in a restaurant. So I'm going to say that. Oh, and they're good, by the way. Like they really do taste great. Like she said, fluffy in the middle, crunchy on the outside.
Because you put Leicester spice on it.
No, I got fired. I can hear my email going up. Typically, you could take this. You could take some Leicester's steak spice and blitz it and to make it powdery, or put it into a mortar and use that on your fries. It's a great French fry topper.
Nice.
I actually I followed her recipe. I used the oil and the whatever, and it was like I said, it's delicious, but the waste of the potatoes, and I didn't even peel. I'm already showing you a ton of waste. It takes literally, even if I got this down to a good rate, you're still talking 45 seconds to a minute each one just to get that done. And then they're flat on the plate. Like they don't, you know what I mean? Like to me, that just doesn't say, oh man, I should eat there.
I was going to say this. So for you out there, folks, it's called McCain's French fries.
Well, let's talk about that for a second.
Because this is a great example, Richard. And I just love doing stuff with you because you make things you highlight things that we need to talk about in this industry. And one is labor.
And waste.
And waste, right? And those two things, when you look at doing these things, is the value there? I don't know. If you're spending all that time cooking potatoes like that, chopping them up, not sure.
I'm not going to leave you high and dry. No.
I hope not. I hope not.
You know what I came across when I was watching TikTok, and you'll have to forgive me, all the fine folks out there in Calgary. There was a restaurant when we were doing the poutine show. Remember the poutine, Truffle poutine show?
Yeah, yes, we did that a few.
Poutine. You have it like if Jimmy Fallon was talking about the Russian president. Poutine. Poutine. You got to get that S in there. That's not there. It's poutine. Anyways. Everyone in Quebec just threw their smoked meat sandwich at the screen at me now. I've offended millions of people. I came across this poutine show, like showcase for a restaurant in Calgary. I forget the name of it, and I'm really sorry. But it's a cool thing. I ripped on it a bit, where they used not just French fries for their poutine. They had onion rings in there and different things, and you could build your own. And I was talking about how build your own is profitable, and so I really liked that idea. And then I started thinking last night, bothering my, late at night, before bed, and all those thoughts come rushing in. I'm like, how am I going to present this to be amazing tomorrow? Like, it's just French fries, they're usually, you got your 5/16 coated, whatever skin on. That's the best Cadillac of French fry out there. And it's very mono food addict. Is that a word? I just created a word.
That is, no, it's somewhere.
It's mono food addict. It's really good, but it's really boring to look at, and it's really boring to eat, more than 10 of at a time. So I really liked what these guys were doing with putting multiple French fries per se into a thing. So how did we get here? Potatoes are, a really great side dish. They're a vegetable. They're 80% water, 20% whatever. But there was this guy, and he was like a pharmacist in France, Antoine Auguste Perretier. I just butchered his name. Anyways, so this guy, he was convinced that potatoes were really good to eat. But France had outlawed potatoes because they thought that they were poisonous and were like the source or the transmission point of leprosy of all things, right? Can you get a vaccine for that? I don't know. Anyways, so like back in this, like the late 1700s, early 1800s, you couldn't have a potato in France. It was pig's food. So anyways, this Antoine guy, he gets captured in the 7-Year War by the Prussians, and he gets thrown in jail. And what do the Prussians feed their prisoners? Potatoes. So this guy spends years in jail eating nothing but potatoes and returns to France healthy as a fiddle.
Seriously.
So he tries to, for years, tries to convince the French people that you can eat potatoes. They're safe to eat. They're actually really good. So so he kind of did some like publicity stunts where he gave like Marie Antoinette like a potato flower. I don't know if you've ever seen a potato flower. They're really cute. As a gift to wear on a dress at an occasion. I think he would send gifts of potatoes to Louis the 16th. Hopefully I got my right Louis there. I usually drink Louis Trace, but this is Louis XVI. Send him gifts of potatoes. Potatoes permitier, I guess, was the dish that he would make. Anyway, so I think they even went so far as to pretend to put armed guards around his potato farms to make it seem like they were some sort of special thing to kind of get people to eat it. So anyway, so that's how potatoes, after that, the French king or whatever decided that they would be declared edible in the great fine year of 1772. So that's how potatoes kind of got their start. So anyways, that's how we are with potatoes today.
Thanks for that totally long educational moment, Richard.
Well, you know what? If you don't learn something here on my show, what are we here for, right? So Antoine, now we have lattice fries. And I love these things. I used to sell these when I was a Sysco rep because they really fill the plate up. It's not a lot of actual food, and it's very interesting to eat. And it's, a lot of people eat French fries with their hands, believe it or not. I know it's a faux pas. If you fed my father a burger and French fries, both would be consumed with knife and fork. This is how British my family is. So if someone came to the table and had a lattice fry and just bit into it, you would get a stern look from my dad. Hi, Dad. Anyways, so that's where we are. So I thought, I liked this idea of this restaurant in Calgary. And I thought, so here I've got a little bit of a mixture. I've got some sweet potato fries. Yes, you kind of need to buy the ones that are made by your favorite French fry manufacturer because the starch in here doesn't work. You can just throw them in the deep fryer or in the oven on their own. They don't work. They put them through a process where they pull some of that starch out and then stick it back on the outside to make it crunchy, whatever. That's why you can't make them at home. You can starch water them. You can Parmesan them. You can make all sort of fake crispiness onto your French fries, but you really need to do that process to get it tasty. So anyways, I got some sweet potato fries made by a company. I've got some lattice fries and some onion rings. And to show you what this would look like, I just happen to have, because I work at Lester's, a Montreal smoked meat sandwich laying around.
Just one in the corner there, Richard?
Well, so like this is like a company thing, like I remember like Bonnie Lester, the badass business lady. I don't know if I can say that word on
Probably not, but that's okay.
That owns Lester's. She'll call. She'll be like, Richard, if you could come down to my office, I just want to review these numbers that you sent in. I'll go down there and I get in there and it's all like business. And she like opens her drawer and she's like, you look like you could use a good sandwich. And she pulls out this like warm smoking sandwich. How did you? Anyways, nicest lady you'll ever meet. So, like, if you've got your beautiful sandwich here that you need to accompany, and you've got this wonderful mixture of like,
I think that's kind of cool, man.
Rings and everything like that.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Is that mix, that bag mix that you can get for like chips and it's got everything in it.
Oh yeah, like a party mix.
Party mix, that's what it is. There's a party
then,
mix of fries. I
would definitely. Magic of television. I made this 5 minutes ago and it's looking a little 5 minutes old. Anyways. Hey, Chef Rick, thanks for the Miners Chipotle. You mix that with a little bit of mayonnaise and you put that on there because if you've got interesting chips, you should have interesting dips, in my opinion. You can roasted garlic, you can go Chipotle, you can go straight mayo, whatever you want. But anyways, that's what I would do. So anyways, the plate full of $25, you'd have to charge for that. You know what I mean?
4 hours later.
Doesn't really compare to the $25 you could charge for these days. It's probably $50. Anyways, that you can charge for that. So what a great way to accompany a plate. So I loved the video. I loved the potato. They're good. But in a restaurant with all the waste, labor, and probably Band-Aids that you need to make them.
Mhm.
I'm going to say
It's a bust.
it's a bust.
Sysco is Canada's leading restaurant supplier, with more than 14 locations across the country, servicing every province and territory. We are grateful for our partnerships and proud to service our customers from St. John's, Newfoundland to Victoria, BC. With the most distribution sites in Canada, we are recognized for our national reach and local connection. Sysco services every community size, from every major city to every small town. We are relentlessly innovating to ensure you have the products and services you need, no matter your location, with a coverage area that's continuously expanding. A partnership with Sysco guarantees access to the industry's best distribution network, keeping you on trend and stocked with fresh products and fresh ideas. Sysco Canada provides a broad range of food and non-food products to both independent and chain restaurant customers and other away-from-home locations, such as healthcare and educational facilities. No matter your cuisine type or culinary capabilities, we can help. Our products are sourced locally in Canada and within our specialized global network of responsible suppliers. Our categories include meat and poultry, seafood, dairy, produce, bakery and desserts, food service supplies, beverages, specialty and world food products, and pantry staples. Locally focused, our regional teams provide the hands-on customer service that sets us apart, ensuring you have what you need when you need it. Visit sysco.ca to learn more.
Welcome back to our Lester's, brought to you by Lester's, Food Service versus TikTok, with the legend, educator, Richard White.
You know, I wanted to be a teacher growing up. And then my teachers were like,
well, it feels a little teacherous that last 40 minutes. Talking about fries and a meat sandwich.
You should see me when it's lecture time when the kids come home done from school. And
Dad, we just want to eat the sandwich.
like,
Oh, now he's got flour, folks.
they're usually my guinea pigs. So some days they love it when I'm doing this stuff and practicing my food knowledge. And some days they're like, just shut up and give me the darn taco.
All right, so we're gonna play this
Second
video. We're gonna next video. Here we
Hang
go.
on, let me set it up though before you play it. Hit pause, hit pause. Okay, never mind.
No, it's
Okay,
almost,
hang on.
here we go. I paused it for you. Do you want
Okay.
the two? Do we need to put the music on for it or what?
Yeah, we can. The music's cool. Anyways, this one they're gonna make a French fry, and this one really caught my attention because they made a dough out of it, and I was like, you can make dough out of potato? Let's have it. So, anyways, roll that clip from TikTok, and let's see if we can do something with it.
Here we go.
I think I'm losing my mind, trying to stay inside the lines.
There you go. I like that.
They look good.
They look amazing. And you know what?
You know what? Okay, you first, because I know where this is going.
You deep fry anything,
anything,
and it's good. Actually, I should qualify that. You can pickle it or deep fry it. Either one of those two things, any food in the world, and it's a good thing. I saw deep fried deviled eggs on one of these TikTok videos, and I'm like,
yeah. Well, no, I think we had Mr. Chef Ecker did that once too.
Oh, they deep fry the egg white.
Well, he deep fried.
And then
Didn't he
pipe on
deep fry? He deep fried one of our Sysco breakfast omelets.
Oh,
Yeah, he covered it in like a crust, and then he deep fried it. Like, brilliant. It was brilliant, actually.
I love it. So anyway, that's what kind of caught my attention here was the deep frying and the mashed potatoing and the doughing and all this sort of stuff. So I had to give it a try. I'm like, this could be fun. Again, if you can do something different in your restaurant, you can charge more money for it, or you don't have to compete against somebody else to get the margins you want because there's no point of similarity for your guests. So
So what do you do there? What is that?
So I took some potatoes. I did.
That's potato?
This is potato. I boiled them off. I mashed them like in the video.
Okay.
I added. Now they didn't give a measurement. I'm guessing. I added, like a tablespoon and a half of flour, a teaspoon of salt, and I put it together and I kneaded it and I let it rest overnight because, well, flour and potatoes. Starches love to rest. They love to hang out and chill.
Okay,
So you
okay, sorry, I'm kind of getting excited here, Richard.
So I don't know what to do here. I haven't tested this. This is live, unscripted, and it could go wrong, and it might go
I know,
wrong.
but this could be a great alternative for restaurants for an appetizer
It
or a
could be.
giveaway, right? It could be a cheap giveaway, man. I look at that dish, I'd put it in a cone.
I like the idea of wrapping in paper into a cone or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, right? Or on the side of a dish or something free in your takeout.
I'm not going to lie. I do feel this is a little bit.
Is this out of your skill level?
I don't know. I'd like to know how he did it so that he could hold them up, because I'm looking at this right now and I'm like, I don't know.
And that's potato. It looks like dough. It looks like dough, man.
Yeah, it does. But like, okay, I just cut the end off and like, I guess so. We're going to find out. Let's just make a few of these things. So I'm just going to cart through.
I don't know.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous. I'm nervous. I don't know if this is.
But I'm also hungry, so I'm looking forward.
Richard's also making lunch for himself, folks. That's what he does on the show.
And my wonderful wife, she's upstairs on, working from the office.
Yeah.
You know. She works for Nestle, so she's, busy as heck. She's always coming down whenever I'm doing these shows. She's like, are there any samples?
Okay, here we go. What's next?
I got it. Okay, I've got my oil on here. Do we have a fire extinguisher? My dog's sitting here. Bonnie's like, are you going to drop it?
Here we go. So how long do you put those in for, Richard? Did they say?
I broke one already. I broke two. Okay, I should not do this in mass. Okay, let's just do this one at a time.
Okay.
I don't know. How long?
Not long at all, man.
No, not long. These are going to be, they're going to be a minute.
And you got flour on there and potato.
There's flour and potato and salt. That's all.
Man, like I always love these TikTok pictures or videos because how many videos did they shoot to make those perfect?
Well, that's just it. And that's the thing, as I was telling you about earlier, everything's fake in this world, including in whatever. I'm trying not to burn my fingers. This is time consuming. Someone's got to figure out a way to make this work in a restaurant, because, like I said, I've already broken like 4 of them here. Maybe I should use them shorter, but I like the appeal of them being long.
Okay, so just go over the state again. How'd you do this again? How'd you make that right there?
So I mashed the potatoes with a little.
So you cooked the potato.
Cooked them, drained them, and let the steam come off them a bit, because.
Waited a while. Okay, I can do that in a restaurant.
And then let them dry off a bit, and then I kneaded it like like it says, and I put it in the fridge overnight, because I feel like you need to. You need to when you need it.
All right.
Because flour does like to rest once you've been manipulating it. So, anyways.
How's it looking?
They're looking good. So anyways, so far where we are with this is, again, very labor intensive. If you, in your restaurant, come up with a really great way to turn this into a process that can be faster, that would be great. I thought about this several ways of using I got like a pizza wheel to cut them or something like that. But I feel like the challenge is it doesn't hold together well enough for you to as he was holding it and letting it droop down into the oil. I'm not seeing that as being realistic with the recipe that they posted. His dough was a little bit yellowier. I'm wondering if there was some egg in there as a binder. I'm not too sure what they did. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie. It's actually coming up pretty good here. We've started to.
Mashed potatoes laid out overnight, rolled, cut, thrown in deep fryer.
Maybe more flour. I don't know. I just feel like it doesn't hold together. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the world of what you get out there. So I've got a little plate here. I'm just going to pull them out here as they're nice and beautifully golden. I'll pull them out, and you can judge for yourself. What do you think? Oh, they're beautiful.
It's kind of like a lackey, eh?
Oh yeah, they're beautiful.
All right.
Okay, so they do puff up a little bit here. I guess the hot oil and the flour and whatever. Anyways, they puff up.
Hey, Richard, while you're doing that, I'm going to break for a quick commercial, folks. Well, Richard there gets his beautiful dish ready, but we'll be right back after these quick message from Lynch
See?
Foods.
At Lynch Foods, we're passionate about flavor. As a Canadian custom manufacturer, we've been developing high-quality products for our customers for over 80 years. Sauces, dressings, gravy and soup mixes, toppings and syrups for ice cream and milkshakes, all in packaging ranging from individual portions to retail and bulk formats. For food service, healthcare, or as industrial ingredients, our processing expertise, innovation kitchen, and research and development team partner to create and provide solutions. Our excellent customer service, world-class certified food safety standards, and experienced nationwide sales force can support your business locally, be a trusted partner, and inspire endless possibilities.
Welcome back to Foodservice. You just looked at your watch.
I want to make sure I'm on time.
All right. So welcome back, everyone, to Foodservice versus TikTok, or TikTok versus Foodservice. Richard, how did this last dish turn out? Is this a breaker? Are we going to put this in a restaurant or not?
You know what? Overall, they're hot. Like, I'm going to regret this.
So Richard, what is this? Let's back up a little bit. What you got
So
there?
we boiled potatoes.
Okay.
We put in some starch, like some flour and some salt. We made a dough out of it, pinned it out, cut it up, and deep fried it. Yay!
Sounds
and
pretty
now,
simple. Is it crunchy?
Yeah, it's crunchy, and in the middle, it's like mashed potato-y. It's beautiful.
Can you put some Leicester spice on there?
I should actually. You know what? It does need a little bit. It does have the salt in it, but it definitely needs a little salt and pepper. Like my pepper grinder, it's the shape of a bullet. Anyways, that's the way I would do it.
Nice.
Now, what am I going to say about this one? I don't know, man. I'm going to give it a no. I don't think it works in a restaurant at all. The flavor does. The chip does. This is incredibly desirable. Crunchy, mashed potato-y, beautifully. You know, all it needs is a little bit of ketchup. This is fantastic. You know, see?
Yeah. Look, it's like perfect.
Anyway, there we go. But in absence of being able to do that, what can we do, Richard? What can we do if that French fry doesn't work?
I was going to say, we can have another Leicester sandwich.
We could. Just in the drawer down here. Just let me get that out for you. You look like you could use a sandwich.
Let's have another Montreal smoked sandwich.
Off stage, we were talking about, getting fired. I think I'm going to get fired.
This is Richard's last show, folks.
I feel like this item comes from fancy restaurants down to, and I think down to the bistros. Now, you'd find truffle fries in fancy restaurants, like in Serendipity in New York. Guinness World Record holder for most expensive French fries. They take their potatoes, they blanch them in champagne and champagne vinegar. And then they deep fry them in goose fat from geese that were found in France. I don't know what makes the French goose any better. Anyways, and then it's truffle this, truffle that, truffle, followed by some 24 karat magic in the air, some a little bit gold dust or whatever to make a creme de la creme pomme frite, as they call it. Now, from fine dine down to burger joint, I think that truffle fries are a great match for a lot of things, especially a greasy burger. You got a burger with some cheese, bacon, or even a fried egg on top of that. Maybe you're like the smoke over here in Collingwood, who actually puts poutine on top of a burger. Oh, the best way to accompany it is truffle fries. So how to make truffle fries? A couple things first. Nice, skinny frites. Crunchy, skinny frites, hot. And then they just need a few things. First off, they need truffle oil. Now, I use a spray truffle oil. I know, but it coats the fries better. It uses less. It doesn't overpower the flavor. So give them a little spritz. Oh, just in the smell of that. As you know, truffle's pungent. Some green. Some fresh parsley in there. Oh, that looks wonderful. And then, of course, Parmigiano Reggiano, sourced from Catch 22 over here in Wasaga Beach. These guys sell the real deal. You got to go to a real cheese shop to get that, in my opinion. I don't know if you go, and then you've got this wonderful a little bit of salt to give it its bring out that flavor, and some pepper for again a little bit of spice, and of course everyone loves a look of pepper on things. So that's what I would do. I would grab a nice little plate, and I would give you, oh, look at that. I would give you that. And I would say that any day of the week, which one would you pick?
Yeah, it's a bust. It's a bust, dude.
It's a bust. They're just
Richard's a bust.
And you can't make them the way they made them.
I'm gonna remove it even. I'm tired of looking at it. It's a
report
bust.
that to TikTok gods. But now this beautiful truffle fries.
Yeah.
Even a
Bust.
chili dog with truffle fries. Like, I'm in for anything here. Anything
That is
goes with
awesome.
it. It's pungent. It's beautiful.
And it goes good with the Lester smoked meat sandwich.
It does. Well, you know what? Anything goes well with a Lester smoked meat sandwich. Look at that. I'm telling you. So today, to wrap this up, first off, TikTok videos don't always work in restaurants. Sometimes they just are too finicky and too weird. Although the products that we made today from the TikTok videos were tasty and fun to make, good things to do with your kids when you got lots of time to kill because of you're sitting at home doing nothing, sure, go ahead. But in a restaurant where you've got to make money, you've got to do it quickly, and you have to wow your guests with consistency, I'm going to go for the mixed bag because that's amazing. I think it's fun to share around the table. People are going to talk about it. You know, when you're at the drive-thru, you go to the A&W drive-thru and you order fries and you get that one little onion ring at the bottom. And like, you got to ask yourself some questions. How long is it in the hopper? Is it still hot? Is it still good? But you still eat it anyways. It's always a little treasure at the bottom of the box. So you know what? That's where the little mix is inspired from. It's from the Accidental Oopsie or that wonderful restaurant in Calgary. You'll have to put your name in the comments if you're watching. That does that. Or some straight up truffle fries. I'll take that all day long.
Perfect. Richard.
So this guy here needs a...
Richard, what were you going to say? Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, this guy here needs a smoked meat sandwich and some french
I was
fries.
going to say, enjoy those sandwiches. Thanks again, Richard. For everyone else, please subscribe and follow Sysco's Virtual Kitchen. We are the only Canadian food service live weekly show on the internet and soon to be on TV as well. But Richard, thank you so much for this. Folks, like Richard said, watch your TikTok videos. Richard was once... I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in today. We have more shows next week. We got a crazy lineup next week. Also, guess what we have coming up on Friday, Richard?
I don't know.
The first oil show.
Oil show?
Yeah, we're going to look at oil. We got this
You have
great
like
product.
an inflatable ring and you have like models coming into...
No. This is more
Like
of a French.
oil?
This is more of a cooking oil. We're gonna have an oil show. We're gonna take Sysco's new filter that has just came out. It's on my channel. It's on Sysco's channel. Check it out. It's
Is that
amazing.
the short you did with the little pack that goes in the fryer and cleans
Exactly.
it? Love
Yeah.
that. I saw that.
It's everywhere, right? So we're going to take that product. We're going to see how it works, and we're going to use one of our chefs out of Winnipeg. Chef Peter is going to be on the show. We're going to have our first oil show at 12 o'clock on Friday next week. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we have a lineup that is just absolutely crazy. We have the Little Butcher coming back on Wednesday as well. We're going to be carving up some butcher block beef with Sysco's, and we have just a packed week next week. So tune in on all of Sysco Canada's social channels and watch us on demand on YouTube as well as on Facebook. So thanks again, Richard.
Excellent.
And
Thank you.
Richard,
Look
we're
forward to
gonna
episode-
cue. Do you want to cue the outro?
Hey, you know what? Stay tuned for, I don't know, about 2 weeks for episode 5 of TikTok versus food service. Roll the outro.